Marissa's laughing at me. Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful day of your life. The great Mark Twain. What a quote.
What a philosophy professor quote from you.
You're like, what's going on with you? There's a lot going on with me, but it's not about me. It's about Daniel Jones. And it's about Deebo Samuel. And it's about...
Mark Twain's real name.
What?
Samuel Clemens.
Is that true? It was so anticlimactic. He went,
I'm a nerd.
Deebo Samuel. DeSean Jackson. Is DeSean Jackson on the show today? I don't know.
He better be.
I hope he is. Woo! We're excited to talk about him and the Eagles and the Bengals and everything in between. Let's do it. You know what I appreciate most about DeSean Jackson is that he was supposed to come on our show while I was in Philadelphia for week 2 Vikings-Eagles that Friday after to recap, and he was like the whole show. And then he was in the dentist chair doing whatever, and we were just razzing on him, just like people were tweeting him. I was just shamelessly like, I can't believe you canceled on us for the old dentist joke. I got ghosted. And then for him to come back on and say, like, he's having fun with it and he's going to be here on the show. And he's like, no, I'll come take my lumps. Like, I'll make it great. And I think he's going to show out today. He's got to talk about A.J. Brown. He's going to talk about those Eagles. We'll maybe talk to Marissa, who's being crazy about the Eagles, I hear in the hallways here at work. So we'll get to all of that. But let's talk about the Bengals. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day, people. They rescued their season last night, avenging their Super Bowl 56 loss. You know, there was a little something extra, a little drama, a little extra emotions. And they bested the Rams in front of a packed Paycor crowd, guys. Joe Burrow, ugh. Who knew Cavs were important? Like, really important to the quarterback position. We'll ask Daniel Jones about that. Burrow was nowhere near 100%. I don't even know what percentage I'd put him at. It's not good. The calf did not look good. Couldn't plant his foot. But he, battled his butt off. Let's be honest. He dropped back 51 times. He threw for 259 yards, and he helped the Bengals scrap and claw their way to this win. So even with all of the short passes, which is what we saw, there was like no deep passing game. Like DeSean Jackson was there, he'd have a 0. They wouldn't be able to do anything, right? It's like there was none of that because was unable to push off the injured leg. But Jamar Chase somehow still, and I really loved this about Jamar last night, he still did this thing. He still made his presence felt. He snags a career-high 12 balls, a career-high 12 for 141, and basically with this with the situation last night, he was the entire offense. He was the engine. He stepped up with the season on the brink. This is a playoff game for them. I'm not kidding. Messy 0-3 start they're looking at. Not anymore. And I do give Joe and this entire offense a ton of credit for gutting this thing out and finding a way. My favorite coach, you saw him on my back-to-school board. Favorite coach, Coach Lou. Coach Lou, I see you, you animal. Lou, unbelievable masterclass that we saw last night. The Bengals defense sacks Matthew Stafford. The unsackable, they're like, who is this Matthew Stafford through 2 weeks? Nope, back down to earth, 6 sacks. They hit him 10 times. Logan Wilson snagged not 1 but 2 interceptions. You love to see this. They hold the Rams to just 1 third down conversion on 11 tries. And most importantly, they bought the offense time to sort of figure this out dink and dunk style. So dominant performance, as I've seen from the Bengals defense wire to wire, and it came when the team needed them the most. And I gotta give some love to kickers. Specifically Evan McPherson, guys. He missed one early, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. Bounces back, makes his next 4 field goals, including 2 for 50-plus. Atta baby, we love to see it. And again, while Joe gutted it out and did an incredible job under the circumstances, I think last night was sort of proof that to those outside of Cincinnati, this team is way more than just Joe Burrow. I said it last week. I want to hear the Jamar Chase when that calf injury happened the day after saying, let him rest till week 5. We got you. That is the team I saw on the field last night. We saw every pretty much player on the roster raise their game and pick him up last night to grab the win. It gives me a lot of confidence going forward. Sure, it absolutely does. Short week. Oh, don't love that heading into Tennessee. So hopefully Joe gets a little healthier from here and the support around him can keep playing at this level that it does. What a huge win. And a huge win for him because he likes to go under the radar. And there was a lot of talk about an engagement to the lovely Olivia. Are they engaged? Are they not engaged? And in the Travis Taylor Swift came and took over, so he got the benefit of like that news dump.
He must have loved that.
He must have loved that. Okay, the other game, which you should love, but you're crazy. The Eagles go into Tampa, dominating the Bucs. Sorry, Taylor Lewan, thinking Baker Mayfield was going to roll. I mean, this was as dominant as ever. 3 phases of the game to get to the 25-11 win. The turnout from Eagles fans was bananas. Credit to the Eagles fans, so amazing. The defense was dominant. Special teams made some big plays. I do want to focus on what we saw from Jalen Hurts and the offense. I think Brian Johnson, their OC, knew they couldn't just line up against the Bucs front seven and lean on the run game, a la last week and a la A.J. Brown on the sideline, not liking that. So Philly came out firing. 22 pass plays, 13 runs in the first half. That's 63% pass just a week after being 64% run against those Vikings, with me in the building upgrading seats, courtesy of FanDuel. There was the A.J. Brown thing. Of course, we'll ask DeSean Jackson about that. We'll ask Deebo about that. We saw Jalen feed A.J. Brown early, targeting him on the first 2 passes of the game and 14 times in total, which netted A.J. 9 catches for 131 yards. Like, squeaky wheel gets the grease. Can we blame? That's what I want to ask Deebo. Even DeSean, like, when we see that happen, we're like, that's not cool. I can't believe he's barking for. But then, like, he got the ball.
And
so,
it
like,
worked.
if it worked, I don't know. Like, I'm okay with it. Are you? Hurts finishes with a season high 277. Not where we want. You know, he can do a little better. I thought he's going to throw for, like, what, 5,000 this year, 4,000? I forgot what I said in my silly season predictions. 4,000? 5,000.
I think 4,000.
4,000 and runs for 1,000. That's what it was. It wasn't a perfect performance. Couple mistakes that need to be cleaned up, and he really picked Tampa's secondary apart. DeAndre Swift, I like the Swift-Kelsey thing. That was very clever. He got a little more breathing room. He got 130 yards, and the Eagles' offense is, you know, clicking. It's what we were waiting to see. So they're impossible to defend. That's my opinion. You, however, are crazy.
I mean, I think their defense played amazing. I think I was very impressed. Our O-line was on point. Our run game was good. I just don't think our passing game is clicking yet. I'm a little worried about Jalen, a little worried about my boy. He had flu-like symptoms yesterday. I'm just saying. So I'm waiting for that Week 4 game.
Do you know, was this not a Bucs team that, like, a couple of years ago crushed your team in the playoffs, like, with no chance?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah,
when we didn't have a lot of our weapons.
So I just feel like, I feel like, and you're not the only one, by the way.
Yeah.
This is like a Philly fan base thing.
Oh, we are panicking and we're 3-0. We are full on panicking, and we're 3-0.
I want to hear from fans. Are fans panicking? Let us know. What are these questions? I always know how to do this. Are me and Taylor Swift twin sisters? Are you joking? I can see the resemblance. What? Let's see here. The Vikings and the Jets. Kirk's a free agent. They're not going to give. So everybody's just talking about whatever they want in here, huh?
I kind of like that vibe.
There's the Jets. Spicy Marissa. Hashtag Spicy Marissa. We'll love. So, yeah, we've got Deebo Samuel. We've got Daniel Jones. We've got DeSean Jackson on the show. Yeah, also, I mean, we'll have to ask, you know, about Jameis Winston because he gets the Bucs next weekend, I think. Derek Carr's likely sidelined for that NFC South that is up for grabs. Guys, get your questions, and I want to know what you want to know. I mean, we have to ask Daniel about the O-line, right? We have to ask about some of these things and figure that out. But while we are waiting to get those guys on, I'm looking at your, yes, I can hear that we can do Pick Me Up. Goldfarb, believe it or not, I can hear you, and I think we should do it. Let's do it. At Up and Adam Show, we went diving into the waiver wire, and we've got some guys that we want you to check out. Pick Me Up. All right, let's go, Devon. He's the rookie, 200-yard performance on the map, still out there in nearly 60% of leagues. I mean, are they going to drop 70 points every week? Is he going to? No, but I do think he's the top priority. And if you miss out on him, I like Spears. The running back, I mean, Derrick Henry dealing with something. He's got a toe injury. I think Spears actually outsnapped him in 2 of their 3 games so far this season. So he hasn't put up big numbers yet, but he is worth snagging given Henry's situation. Short week, don't love that, but that actually helps his favor over Henry. Next, Texans receiver, Tank Dell. What a name. Why haven't we given enough love to the name of this character? He's put up double-digit points and scored in each of the last 2 games. He's been C.J. Stroud's #1 option. Grab this guy while you still can. And finally, Chargers wide receiver Quentin Johnston. This, you know, we didn't call this, but this was the situation. It was you have Keenan Allen, who went off like with 1 million catches last week, and you have Mike Williams. You can come on camera. we had, I went and talked to them in training camp, both of them together, about how they're one of the best receiving threats and duos in the NFL and what they can do. And it really helped me figure out that, man, I really think Justin Herbert's going to have this prolific MVP-type season because both of them have been banged up throughout their careers, especially recently. And then you have this Quentin Johnston kid be able to step in. He's 6'4", guys. This is an absolute monster guy who's going to step in, and Mike Williams being out is terrible. But if you drafted Mike Williams and you didn't take him as a handcuff or whatever it is, we were at camp in August, and it was glowing reports about, like, they were doing the thing where they didn't want to give him too much love because they know he's going to go off and he's going to be a threat. And I heard on good authority that rookies are going to play a ton anyway. And now with this injury, he's got an opportunity to absolutely ball and be part of those big numbers. So I would get Quentin Johnston, and those are your waiver grabs. All right, next up on Up and Adams, we will have our good friend Daniel Jones. Let's see, any good stuff on Twitter, Marissa? Spicy, Marissa?
Yeah, Jerry asked for Daniel Jones, what is preventing this offense from taking more deep shots? What is keeping Hyatt from getting more snaps? We love our Jalen Hyatt.
Hyatt's got to go on the sideline and throw a fit.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen.
He's got to walk over.
Now, when AJ did that, what did you think? Because it was a perfectly balanced game. They won. They were great. They had Swift doing it. Was boring, but they got it. So were you like, that's cool?
Yeah, AJ and Jalen are like that. They're like brothers. So I didn't think there was anything that big of a deal. Of course, everybody blew it out of proportion, but AJ should be getting the targets like we've been saying. I mean, it kind of works when he throws a bit of a fit. I'm just saying.
Is that the best way to go? If you're a quarterback, how do you manage that? And it's one of those things where, like, we'll have Deebo on. Like, there's a lot of mouths to feed on the Eagles. There's a lot of mouths to feed in the Bay Area where he is too. How does that work? How do you manage that sort of thing, especially going into the season? Especially if you're Deebo and you're like, Christian McCaffrey's gonna get MVP. I want MVP. Like, I don't know how that does it work. Does it play into it? We'll see. Or how does that get managed? We got more from the Monday night game. Of course, we're gonna get you guys. I don't know, how about some NFL superstars on the show? Daniel Jones, Deebo Samuel, and DeSean Jackson set to join us. DeSean Jackson set to join us.
Barring no cavities.
Barring no cavities. Bill of health? That better be the first question then.
Turn the music up! Blue Devils win! Yes! Yeah!
Okay, my next guest is the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. He loves Will Ferrell. He doesn't TikTok. He doesn't have an Xbox, as I learned from Darius Slayton last week. We'll get into that. Also, Daniel, you were an alumnus of the football school of note, a.k.a. Duke University. How you living?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Huge weekend for these four. Listen, I'm not a college football gal, but I'm tracking it for you, baby. 4-0. They're 17th ranked. Your Blue Devils are taking on the 11th ranked Notre Dame. For the first time ever, College Game Day is coming to your former backyard. Okay, how big of a moment is that for you, for Duke?
I think it's huge. It's huge for us. I know talking to a lot of people there and people on the team, people working for the team, they're fired up, and we got some good energy buzzing around the campus right now. So it'll be a fun day. I'm looking forward to it for them.
Well, Daniel, there's a big question when College Game Day comes to town, and the question is who's going to be the guest picker. You don't play till Monday night. I've done the math. Did anybody reach out to you?
No one's reached out to me, and I won't be able to make it down. We got a game, got practice Saturday, so I'll be tuned in. I'll be watching, but unfortunately won't be able to make it down.
Who do you want to see do it?
I don't know. Maybe a basketball guy, Kim Jong, or I don't know. You got any ideas?
No, but Coach K is like the low-hanging fruit, but I'm sure, I don't know, he doesn't really need to do it. But who do you think wins that game?
I like us. I like Duke. We're undefeated and been playing well. So I like us for sure.
Love to hear it. All right, Daniel Jones, I didn't watch Kicking and Screaming because we had a deal. Had the Giants got a win, I would have watched it, but we missed a win on Thursday night. It feels like forever ago, of course, and I know that you weren't happy, I'm sure. You kept it within striking distance until that fourth quarter. I know from talking to a lot of people, the Kyle Rudolphs, the coaches, the Darius Slaytons of the world, that you don't turn off ball. Like, your life is ball. You never switch it off. So what is, one real specific thing from that game that sort of keeps running through your mind?
I think, obviously there's a number of things. I think, just that point in the third quarter, and then, early in the fourth quarter where we had a chance to had the ball and had a chance to go down and score, and we didn't do it. There were definitely some missed opportunities that we didn't convert. But I think, you're playing a good team like the 49ers, and you have those opportunities and you have a chance to fight back in the game in the second half. You got to take advantage of them, and you got to be able to convert those opportunities, because that's how small the margin is in some of those games. So I guess just kind of that second half and opportunities we missed there.
And the schedule's been brutal, and I at least have extra time to prepare for Seattle, which is amazing. I'm looking at some of the comments on our YouTube page, and thanks everybody for watching, and everyone's so excited about Daniel Jones Tuesdays. Kind Bud says, people don't know Danny Dimes has wheels. I think everybody knows Danny Dimes has wheels. Ask him why he doesn't show off the 20-yard scramble more often. And it sort of reminds me of, there was some talk about you not having enough designed run plays called for you. What do you think about that?
I think, when you look at the Arizona game or situations where I have run more, a lot of them are off of, scrambles or times I'm stepping up in the pocket, finding lanes to run, not necessarily designed runs. So, obviously I think looking back at the game, and I didn't use my legs as much. That's something that's easy to point out, but a lot of that is on me to find those opportunities and to take advantage of them when they're there. So called or not, I think, I can do a better job, looking for those opportunities.
With Saquon out, how, I think it was like two, I don't even know, I think it was, you ran it twice for 2 total yards. Do you feel like, and how much of the run game sort of falls on your shoulders if Saquon's not out there?
I don't think it's too much different. I think we got good running backs, and Matt Breida played well, Gary Brightwell played well, and we trust those guys to fill in and play well. So I don't think it changes a whole lot.
You've seen Saquon around the halls there today. How's Saquon looking?
He's doing good. He's doing good, and he's a pro. He's going about his rehab and trying to get back as fast as possible.
We love hearing that. Okay, so I had your teammate Darius Slayton on the show last week, which is crazy because it was a tough loss, and Dave was losing his mind on the sidelines, and then you guys have to fly home. He got off the plane and came on the show, and I give him so much credit for it. But I really wanted him on. Obviously, he had a great game. He was your leading receiver last week, so I was happy to have him. And I wanted to learn a little bit about you, and so I was just asking him, like, tell me about Daniel Jones, and here's what he said. What does he like to do? Like, what is he into?
The thing is, though, is he doesn't do anything. Like, he reads or something. Like, if he's not doing football, he reads. I've tried my hardest to get him on video games or anything, but like, if he's not doing football, he's literally just reads, or he, I guess, watches TV or something. I don't know. He's a special breed.
What do you make of that?
I do more than nothing. I mean,
what do you do?
I do more than nothing. I don't play video games, and a lot of guys my age and kind of on our team do. So that is true. I don't play video games, and never been very good at video games. Don't really have much of an interest of like starting to play, but I spend a lot of time on football. I try to spend as much time as I can on football, and I do read a little bit and watch a little TV, so he's accurate. But I don't know. I think watch football. I watch football when it's on. Okay, so football then. What did you make of last night's games? What stuck out to you? I thought they were interesting. I thought Philly looked good. Made a lot of big plays. I think. I think their defense stepped up and played really well.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to run the ball and control it, and made a lot of explosive plays in the pass game. I think Bengals looked good. The Bengals pass rush obviously affected that game a lot, and they did a good job putting pressure on the Rams. But I thought they were good games.
Listen, you're tough as nails. Dable says it. Everybody says it. Everybody knows what a tough player you are. You mentioned the Bengals there. You've played through, I believe, hamstring injuries. You've played through ankle injuries. Joe Burrow gutted out that calf injury in this win against the Rams. Like, how impressive is that?
Yeah, I think it's extremely impressive. He's I don't think people give him a ton of credit for his mobility, but he is an athletic guy. He can move. He can make plays on the run. I think when you're dealing with an injury like that, it probably is a little bit, different just from a movement standpoint. And to still be able to execute and lead his team to the win, I think was really impressive. So, I was, happy for him.
How tough is it to throw when your plant leg isn't 100%?
I think it just depends on the injury. Mostly it's tough to say, not knowing exactly what he's dealing with, but it can definitely impact it for sure.
I don't know who's more elusive, you or Joe Burrow. I think it'd be a 50-50 vote. Who's more elusive? Who do we know less about? Daniel Jones or Joe Burrow? That would be a good one. Listen, we need you to get a different hobby. I can't, the book thing, fine, great, cute. Like football, my producers did some work here. I wanted to help you out, so they came up with some options. First up, so Tom Brady said he wanted to try this out. He's the GOAT. How would you feel about stand-up comedy as a hobby? Looks a good look.
No, I'm not funny enough.
Is this
not even close?
How terrifying would this be for you?
About as terrifying as it gets. Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you like comedy? Do you have a favorite comedian?
Favorite comedian? We went to the Comedy Cellar as a team this spring,
cool.
and Shane Gillis was there. I think he's He's pretty funny. I like listening to his stuff.
Yeah, Shane Gillis was just hanging out with somebody we were with yesterday, with Taylor Lewan. Yeah, they were at Notre Dame together, right, this weekend. Small world. Okay, so not that. Fine. How about, you said you liked Kings of Leon, so how about throwing on Only by the Night and playing some guitar? Do you want to learn, what about guitar lessons? Okay.
Guitar lessons? That's a little more interesting, yeah.
It looks like a
Maybe
Keanu Reeves
something like
movie.
that.
Like, oh my God. Okay, finally, Micah Parsons took up boxing in the offseason and seemed to benefit from it. How about Daniel Jones, like the black belt, wax on, wax off?
You put that picture together right there? That was
This is great. Can you do this?
I don't think I can do that. But that's interesting. I mean, I'm not opposed to boxing.
Okay, I love this, or some sort of this. I don't know that that's boxing. I don't know what that was, but if you're as athletic as everybody says you are, I think you can make it happen. All right, let's get into some other stuff. What do I want to talk to you about? I do want to ask you about Zach Wilson, because you told us you were friendly with him. Tough week for him. Did you hear what Joe Namath had to say?
I did, yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously. Jack's a hard-working guy, and pulling for him, hoping, pulling for him, and looking forward to continuing to watch him play. But it's never, it's not easy to play quarterback in this league, and there's a lot going on. So definitely feel for him and pulling for him.
When people, a lot of people will say, like, okay, so Joe says that, and it's like, it's the New York market. It's so much extra scrutiny. Do you feel that? Like, how much of that do you actually feel? The difference, not about being a quarterback in this league, but being a quarterback in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's real. I think, obviously every team in the NFL is scrutinized closely. That's the nature of our sport and the popularity of it. But there is, more media and more eyes on you in New York. So that's part of it and can add to it. But yeah, I mean, I think Eli was a good example of how best to deal with that, and kind of a master at dealing with it.
Yeah, I don't see Eli. All respect to Joe Namath. Like, can you imagine if Eli said that about you?
It's a tough day.
That would be a tough gig to swallow. You use that karate kick. right over in Hoboken, where Eli lived for so long. Okay, this week, long week. I love this for you. You needed it. Like, thank goodness. Like, the first schedule was ridiculous, but it also builds toughness. It builds callous. It builds adversity, like facing adversity and all of that. You play the Seahawks at home on Monday Night Football. You had a Week 1 situation there. Now you're back. It's looking like your all-pro left tackle, Andrew Thomas, might play for the first time this year. I'm hearing his day-to-day. Every day I'm checking, is day-to-day, extra rest. Do we see him?
He's working hard. He's working hard to get back, and he played week one. That's where he got the injury against Dallas. So he's obviously a huge piece of our team and big part of our offense. So he's working hard to get back.
Is a healthy Andrew Thomas enough to sort of turn things around with the O-line?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all gotta play better, no doubt about it, and it'll help to have him back, and at some point when he's ready to go.
Listen, you stay off social media. We're going to wrap this up with our favorite segment, Jonesing for the News. You thought you were done. You thought you were done with the photoshops of your face on various random stock images on the internet. But here's how it works. We'll show you something or tell you a story that I haven't heard and you haven't heard. Okay, this week at an amusement park in Canada, something called the Lumberjack Ride got stuck upside down, suspending passengers for over 30 minutes. This is like a top 5 fear for me. This would be horrifying. How terrified would you be?
Yeah, that'd be up there for me. I guess because you don't really know. You don't know when you're getting out. Like, you're just stuck there. And definitely, yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Would
you rather do that for over 30 minutes or do like 2 minutes on stage at the Comedy Cellar?
Try that for 30 minutes.
what if somebody on your team could be like, if you had to nominate somebody to be a comedian, to be like the person up there, I'm trying to guess. Who would it be?
Sterling Shepard for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, he needs like a TV show or something, or some kind of way to get his personality out there. He's hilarious.
We love it. All right, Daniel Jones, we're going to let you go. I know you got a lot to work on. Seattle, longer week, a lot of time, turn it around. And you know, don't make any face if Saquon's playing. He's not playing?
I don't know. He's working hard to get back.
Don't tell me you don't know. You know.
I really don't. It's Tuesday, right? We play Monday. It's a long way away.
Daniel, don't smile if Saquon Barkley is suiting up.
I'm not gonna. Come on now.
Like that, I'm so confused. You're the best. We've got DeSean Jackson on the show. We've got Deebo Samuel on the show. That's Daniel Jones. We love him. We love getting to know him. And I think the karate thing is the move. Although I thought it was boxing, I'm very confused about the martial arts. No disrespect to anyone out there. I love it. Super rare shop on the Lower East Side. I'm a big fan. Yeah, Deebo next.
DeSean Jackson, he's different than other receivers. Touchdown, DeSean Jackson! Wow! The end zone punt! My goodness!
Okay, but I miss him, but I need him back on the field. I can't. We can't have an NFL without DeSean Jackson. He is one of the most explosive receivers of all time. You just saw the highlights there. The man behind the miracle at the Meadowlands. Oh my gosh, he played for the Eagles. Are you still at the dentist office with those goggles on?
Yeah, man. You know, it's bright and early over here, man. I'm up early. I don't know. You probably on the East Coast. I'm West Coast. It's kind of early for me.
Same. I'm on the West Coast too, but I gotta say, I really appreciate. I respect the fact you were supposed to come on. It didn't happen. You were in the dentist chair. Show me those pearly whites.
Oh yeah, you know they getting it right. They getting it right.
And you came, and then you're early. You're early, and we were supposed to have Deebo on next, and I was like, DeSean Jackson logged in early, entered the chat. Let's go. You played for the Eagles, the Commanders, Buccaneers, Rams, Raiders, and Ravens. You were a 3-time Pro Bowler, of course, an NFL record holder. We are so honored to have you on the show. When you're watching like a game like last night, and it's the Eagles, and it's all the fanfare and all of that, what is the one memory that sort of goes into your head if you think about playing at the Link or with the Eagles over all those years?
Oh man, that's crazy. So last night, I reached out to Howie Roseman, and it was just crazy because it was like a spur of the moment, and I just texted him and just kind of checking in and just seeing how he is, because we talk from time to time, and it didn't even dawn on me that they was playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he was like, I asked him I'm like, Howie, how you been, man? He said, this is the last time I've been to Tampa since you scored on us the first play, because I was playing in Tampa. I scored on the first play. But I mean, honestly, it's great, man. I'm able to really sit back and enjoy the game now and watch it and look at it from a different perspective. But I still know I can definitely affect the game.
Okay, but what is that? Are you coming back? Do you want to come back? Where are you at?
Oh man, honestly, I'm blessed. I'm enjoying my life. I've got 2 boys that I'm heavily invested in right now, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. So, I mean, it's right now, my focus is being a father. I got a lot of things off the field that I'm focused on right now. So I love the game of football. It will forever have a special place in my heart. But right now, I'm not doing all the training and workouts it requires to be in the NFL. That don't mean I can't do it, though.
Did it really require that much from you? I feel like you're one of those people that's like talented. You've got the genetic. Like, it's just, did you really have to work that hard, DeSean? Come on.
You know that's crazy, because LaShawn McCoy is like one of my best friends and he always tells me, he's like, man, D Jack is one of the only dudes, he used to just make it so effortless. Like I didn't really have to work all super hard in the weight room and do all this. He's like, man, they used to tell me to go lift weights. He's like, man, I do a few exercises. He's like, all right, I'll see y'all on the field. But for me, it definitely it causes a lot of work, and for me it was just second nature. Like, a lot of things did come easy to me, so for me, I probably didn't go the extra mile to really work hard at stuff because it did come easy to me, but it's hard. You be in meetings and you got to do this, you got to go through this. Like, it's a lot.
So what could you have been then? Like, what?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It could have been dangerous, but I feel like my career was definitely one for the ages.
I don't like the was. I don't like the was. You're telling me.
You want me back?
I do. I want you back. I want you back. And I'll say that because I do think that you have that where you could. You don't have to train. You don't have to. Me asking Taylor Lewan coming back is going to take 2 months because he's got to gain 100 pounds. You coming back, I think you could call up a Super Bowl contender. Do you think that I'm stupid? You're texting Howie Roseman on a random Monday just to say what's up, or are you trying to like butter him up for a little postseason action? Don't lie.
Hey, one thing I can say, I definitely got a lot of juice in the tank. And you know how it is. You do something for so long, and you know you can do it, but it's like you fighting different battles at a certain age. You getting older, and a lot of teams are heavily invested in younger guys, have money invested in younger guys. So for me, it was just, I know I could walk away from the games, no major injuries, and I can go be with my boys. So for me, if it's not the right perfect situation, it's just like, I'd rather just be like, you know what, I did it. I ain't got nothing else to prove.
Okay, but if you don't come back, then there's no chance anybody could ever do this. This is my favorite play of you. This is where my memory goes when I see DeSean. Take me through this, of course. Week 15, 2010, tie game, 12 seconds left. Go.
Honestly, I didn't even think Matt Dodge was going to kick it to me first and foremost. I'm thinking he about to kick it outside the stadium.
What was he doing?
He kicked it to me, and I tell everybody I fumbled on purpose, because so when I fumbled, everybody like shifted like 2-3 yards to the right, so it just gave me like a huge lane. Jason Avant made a crazy, unbelievable blocking from there. I mean, everything else was history.
See, this is what we need. Now, tell me this: 2023 NFL, very different from when you were playing. Very different from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. What would be a good fit for you? Like, just if we were kicking it around, just you and me, like. Ravens, they got a new offensive coordinator. We'll get into that. Like, is it Philly? Is it Roseman? Where would you like to go? Who would you like to play with?
Honestly, we tried the Ravens last year. It didn't work quite out to like how I figured it. But I mean, I sit back and watch it now. I would have loved to play with like a Patrick Mahomes, man. Like that dude is special. But you know, it's a lot of young talented guys out there. I like Trevor Lawrence down in Jacksonville, my old
Okay.
coach, Doug Peterson. You know, it's a lot of plays. Ooh, two, that'd be crazy. With Waddle, Hill, and me. I'm gonna tease that out there.
Would
We're
you?
gonna say,
Would you and Tyreek Hill, that would work? You two on that? That would be insane. They just
Hey,
dropped
look, I'm
70 on the Broncos.
This the 36-year-old DJ. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to play every down. I could probably do a punt return here and there. Like, you know, I just give me like a pass or two here and there. I think it could work.
All you need to do is take it and take it to the house. There's a lot of talk about you and Tyreek, the race, all of that. Did that ever happen? Did you guys do that? Are you doing that?
It never happened. See, Tyreek is, you know, he's like I call it like a little homie, little bro. You know, he's the younger generation, but you know, I definitely still feel confident in myself. A lot of people would probably be like, "You crazy, DJ?" Maybe the young DJ would have beat him, but I don't know. For me, like I'm different. You know, I'm still fast. I still could wake up in the morning and just go run. Like it's just effortless for me. So I don't know, Cheetah, man. Accept that race, man. You know, it's nothing personal, man. I want to give the fans what they want to see.
He's off to a great start this season. Honestly, I'm looking at it right now.
Balling.
412 yards through 3 games with so many mouths to feed. Mike McDaniels is crushing it. He's one of the best receivers in the game, as we know. Who do you consider to be sort of like your top 3 in the game right now?
Ooh, great question. Honestly, I would say like a Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. Them 3, that version right there is crazy. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them dudes. They can get open at any time. They can make a play. They can take it the distance, physical. Yeah, I mean, them 3 right there got the game right now, top of the 3.
Is there anyone who is you? Do you see yourself out there? Because that's kind of why I want you back. I don't know if I do. I guess Tyreek would be the closest, but outside of him, is there anybody?
Tyreek's a awesome player. Don't get me wrong. He's killing it, phenomenal. He does everything. I think we still have a different play style. You know, he's a little more physical, like a running back. You know, he can take the hits and all that stuff. Like, see, me, I never really wanted to get touched. Like, I didn't want people touching me, putting their hands on me. So, I don't know. You know who I'm really taking a liking to? I like Zay Flowers, man. He got some. He got something in his blood, and he be making. He's like a cat. He's a cat instinct. That's the DJ. That's cat instinct.
Cat instincts. I love that. You said it didn't work in Baltimore. Why didn't it work?
Honestly, that's a great question. I mean, you know, see, Lamar, he had an injury. You know, a few games. I think I played like 3-4 games with him. But we kind of never gelled together. I mean, I kind of came midway through the season in like October, so we didn't really get the off-season workouts. Even though with a veteran receiver, you really don't have to do all that stuff. But I mean, you know, it just never really worked. The play system was different. You know, they was like a run-fit first team, and you know, they kind of passed secondly. So then when I came in, they had Duvernay. I mean, really, it just really didn't work. It was kind of more just running, and, you know, we tried to hit plays here and there, and then kind of Lamar got hurt, then Tyler Huntley came in. Just never really worked out.
So it never really worked out, and there's a lot of mouths to feed down there. So I want to ask you about a receiver that I know that you love, but you kept up your top 3 wide receiver list, and it's A.J. Brown. Because A.J. Brown balls out last night, okay? 9 catches, 131 yards. What did you make of this performance in this game? A week after he's on the sideline asking for the damn ball.
You know, it's crazy. See, so I did an interview on another show, and they asked who my top 5 was, and you know, it's crazy. A.J. Brown made my number 5. A lot of people gave me a lot of scrutiny. They said, "How can he make it?" Blase this. I'm like, I mean, he's physical. He's going up. He's mossing people. He can take a slant and take it a distance. Like no one wants to tackle him. If you tackle him, he gonna punish you. He gonna make you feel like, dang, I shouldn't have tackled him. So yeah, I mean, it was awesome to see him go out there and play like that last night. The week before, I remember calling Jalen Hurts because, you know, he's a good friend of mine. I was like, man, what happened on the sideline? You know, Jalen's always political. He's never really going to give you too much. He was like, man, you know, it's one ball, man. You know, we got to keep everybody happy, and it's all about winning. So I'm like, I'm a receiver. You know, I know what it's like. We want the ball.
Yep.
We don't want to hear all that.
So what are fans supposed to think? Because now you're in this world where you're joining the media, and you're by the way, killing it right now. You're absolutely on fire. You're crushing it. And I'm so happy to talk to you. But people see that A.J. Brown stuff, and they want to say it's not the gamesmanship, like your coach is getting, it's not good. But then I'm like, the next week he's got 130, like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. How should fans look at that when those things happen? Should we all, I don't know how to feel about it.
Right. Yeah. I think as a fan, it's definitely tough. I mean,
Yeah.
you're looking at it from a fan perspective. You sit back and, you think like, oh, he's being selfish. He's being a diva, or he's thinking about me, me, me. But as far as a top receiver, like you're a number one wide receiver. You're not the third, fourth, fifth option. As the number one receiver, you would want your number one receiver to be mad if he's not getting the ball. As a receiver, we put so much work into going out there, getting open. And as a quarterback, he has so many different things going through his mind. So receivers, we don't look at what the quarterback has to think of. All we is like, I was open, I ain't get the damn ball. Where's the ball? Throw me the ball. So you kind of want that in your receiver as long as it doesn't, disrupt the chemistry of the team, or it's never selfish. Like you want your wide receiver one to have that edge, because that's a good edge to have. When the game's on the line, do you want the receiver saying, give me the ball, or you don't want him to say nothing? Like, give me the ball. I know I can help the team win. I need the ball.
It's really well said. We're going to bring in a little surprise guest here in a minute, but I do want to talk about how you're involved in a new project. Tell me about Pros versus Bros. It's a show that you're promoting, and I know you had an event in LA. Where can we watch it? How can fans set up?
So we're still working. We're in the works with a few guys. Just know we got some big time retired athletes that's going to be a part of this with myself. But right now, honestly, it's crazy. I was sitting back in my house and messing with the kiddos, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't playing right now. Let me go on Twitter and just post some stuff. And I was like, all my fans, like, would y'all like it to see if I picked like 5 top cities and just went every city and did like a Pros versus Bros? So basically, like, the average Joe could try to come guard me. The prospect trying to make it to the NFL, the prospect that didn't make it, the prospect that think they could stop at DeSean Jackson. I just tweeted out, and when I tell you I had like 1,000 people sign up in registration, I had so many people like, I'm gonna shut you down, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. So last week, 2 weeks ago, I did like just the first teaser. So right now I'm just shooting the footage to put it out for the sizzle reel. And when I tell you the little bros, I call them the little bros. They got everything in boy. They said, damn, this boy's still fast.
Well, of course you're still fast. I think you can beat Tyreek in a race. I think week 16, Howie Roseman, playoff situation
come on,
with
Howie,
the
look.
Eagles. And by the way, I'm just going to put this here. The Chiefs could use a deep threat.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, Andy Reid, it's like Andy Reid's like a father to me, so we really got a good personal relationship.
Yeah, but then if you join the Chiefs, you're probably going to face this guy in the Niners in the Super Bowl. Deebo Samuel, welcome to the show.
How you doing, DJ? What's up, bro?
Deebo, what's the deal, Brody?
How you doing, man?
Come on, man. I see you out there putting in work, man. Hey, look, I would hate to be on the other side and try to tackle you. Them defenders, bro, just tell them to get out the way, bro.
Oh, yeah, they definitely need to get out of the way, man. Just make it more easier for me.
I was at that game last week. You and the corner number 1 boy, y'all was going at it, but I said, man, don't mess with Deebo. He Deebo for a reason.
I didn't even know you was out there. Top ain't even tell me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what Trent? What the big gorilla doing? That's what we call him. We call him Trent Williams, the gorilla. You don't want to mess with gorilla.
He's so scary.
Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with that boy there.
DeSean, I can't believe I haven't asked you this yet. We're going to take a short break, but why are you wearing sunglasses? Is it like a Deion Sanders thing? Like, why are we wearing sunglasses?
Honestly, I just been feeling the mood, man. I mean, Deion has changed the game a little bit. He's an icon. He's a trendsetter. He's a legend. We won't sit down, won't take off the hat and take off the glasses. You know what I'm saying? I walk in, this is what it is. We got the jury on. We just being ourselves. We just want to be great.
I got to say, and DeSean, we love you. We love that you came on the show. They've, a loss to Oregon last weekend. It's in the rearview mirror. This week they get Caleb Williams in USC. You're a Cal kid. Talk to Deion going into this game.
I ain't gonna lie, Deion, I love you to death. I'm always root for you, man, and I'm always support you. I'm actually going to the game this week. This is the week I happen to go. So, I'm gonna be on Colorado's side.
Okay.
But we just gotta be a little realistic. After last week's game, unless they do something miraculous, I think it's gonna be hard to beat Caleb. Caleb is unpredictable. I think Caleb Williams is back-to-back Heisman Trophy winner.
All right. I think Deion's gonna see that and use it as fuel, and I think that's exactly what you're doing. You're just playing into it. DeSean Jackson, we'll have you back. We appreciate you. Your teeth look great. We've got Deebo Samuel on the show after the break. The great DeSean Jackson joining us. Now we got to get to some things with Deebo. Yeah, we're gonna talk about those tough run touchdowns all after this. The undefeated Niners. Hi, Deebo.
Hi, Kay.
Hi. Was that a nice surprise with DeSean Jackson? How cool is he?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so we're just gonna talk. We want to do that right now. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
I want you to sort of talk through the touchdown. Let's do it. Can we see it?
Oh, you want to talk about it right now?
Yeah. Are we ready to go?
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Talk me through this touchdown.
Oh, we live right now? I thought we was on break.
We're live. Go for it.
Well, as you see, all game long, they was playing hard inside on all slants, and so that was kind of making it hard for me to get the ball. So, Cal had made a good play call for me to act like I was going to run a slant, and then obviously the corner played it real well and made an outstanding throw to make it kind of easy for me.
What did that feel? Oh, God, that was such a good game. Undefeated team. I know you're feeling good. Your body's feeling good. I watched your post-game press conference. I loved it. You've got bragging rights around that place, I'm sure, with that play, with that performance against the Giants. How competitive are you with the other guys that are all such threats in the locker room? Like, people are talking about Christian McCaffrey, MVP. Are you like, excuse me, how does that go?
Nah. So with the team that we have, it's like a selfless team. I always said, like, with everybody that we have, from Brandon to Kittle to Christian to Trent Williams, Brock, me, like the whole offense has the opportunity to go off. So we don't feed into all like the MVP talk. Like, it's a real selfless team. So I feel like whoever Kyle is going to continue to give them the ball and just let things happen.
How do you manage that? Because we were just talking to DeSean Jackson, who was like, I'm a receiver. A.J. Brown wants to bark for the ball. Like, I'm all for it. And then he got the ball, and you saw what he did last night. I know you love him as, your rival Eagles got a win last night. Like, how does it get managed in that Niners locker room where there's just as much, if not more, threats to hand the ball to? Like, how does Brock manage who gets the ball, and is it not an issue because you guys are all selfless?
No, I don't think it's an issue because I think Kyle do a really good job of getting everybody as many touches as possible. And like, we all about winning. And so whatever it takes to win is what we're going to do. And like I just stated, like, I think Kyle just do a really good job of getting everybody involved in the game and making sure everybody good.
What did you make of AJ's performance?
Oh, that was a good one. I talked to him actually before the game, so it's like my dogs, we train together or whatever. He told me he was like, I'm about to have one of those days. So, he went out there and he did his thing. He left one out there for me, so I'm gonna call him later on and we're gonna talk about that one. Yeah,
I'm sure he's hitting the tub. What a game for him. How do you watch games? Like, when you're not playing, you travel. Like last night, are you watching with your son? Are you watching on the couch? You have a setup? Are you looking at Twitter?
Actually playing 2K and got my iPad right beside me, just like sneaking. So really not 100% focused on the game, but I'm mainly just watching it because I love AJ and respect his game a lot. So I turn it on and watch it. I
love that. Now, your squad's got the Arizona Cardinals this week. We had Taylor Lewan on the show yesterday, and he actually said that the Cardinals are tougher than anybody gives them credit for. What are they sneaky good at? What is sneaky good about them that nobody's talking about?
Well, first off, we'll start off with their offense. The way they've been running the ball is pretty impressive, and the way they was able to run the ball against the Cowboys is even more impressive because you know how physical and how tough the Cowboys defense is. And as you look on the back end of their defense, like they have Budda Baker out. It was just good to see like guys like step up and wasn't scared of the challenge, and like on the back end they was making pretty good plays on the ball.
Do you think the Cowboys overlooked him?
I don't know how they looked at him.
That's a good answer. God, Deebo, why can't I ever get you? I can't ever get you.
Been there a lot of times, though. I've been there a lot of times.
Okay, I want to talk about this. We talked about Mike McDaniels last week. This was just crazy. You got to the Dolphins, 10 touchdowns, 70 points this weekend, a historic smackdown of the Broncos. Why didn't your boy McDaniels go for the 73-point record? I know you would.
See, I don't think Mike even knew. I think if Mike knew, he probably would have tried to do it to him. But like we talked about him a good bit last week, man. It's just an outstanding job that he's doing over there with the guys, and just to see him just keep elevating week in and week out, it's been pretty good.
We love to hear it. We love to see it. And, you know, of course, wishing everybody all the best on that. But what the Dolphins are doing, I think the Niners would have done it. Okay, I want to get to some of these things I want you to react to. If we can do them really, really short. It's called the Deebo download. Did you see the George Pickens block from the Sunday night game? Did you see this, Deebo?
Nah.
I want you to take a look. I don't know where gravity was taking him. What is happening here?
I have no idea.
What is he trying to do?
I don't know. He need to be running forward. He must got some beef, bro. So.
I'm just like, I mean, how could you improve this? He needs to be running forward.
That man been playing more to come back a good bit. He trying to turn around and kick folk.
Okay, I thought I was seeing things when I saw this. Okay, the down in the distance. I saw you're on the iPad. You're on your, I don't know, Xbox, whatever you said. Packers Saints game. Sorry, it's 3rd and 76. Did you see this? 3rd and 76.
I thought that was like fake.
It is. So there was a typo. Somebody's job. Somebody for sure got fired. What's Kyle Shanahan calling here?
A screen or a draw, 100%.
Are you converting this? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
cute,
we converting
right?
that. We converting that.
You're putting up 73. You're converting that. I love everything about
Third
this.
and 100. We throwing the screen.
Amari Cooper snagged this grab against the Titans. I don't know if you saw it, but here it is. The refs blew it dead because he stepped out of bounds. Okay, this doesn't look out of bounds to me. What if?
No. I seen that one. I don't know where. Like, that was different.
What do you mean?
Like, he's not even close to being out of bounds.
What are you doing if you're Amari there? Amari kind of just took it.
I am running to the end zone and telling Kyle to go challenge that.
Yeah, I don't. Like, Amari, is he too nice? What is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I was running to the end zone on that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. By the way, I got to give you, our whole crew loved, we're going to say bye here, but your outfits, your fits the past couple of days have been amazing. I don't know if we have them on the way out. Who puts these together? Who puts these together?
Well, it's me and this guy named Vic in LA. We, you know what I'm saying, we combine and see, you know what I'm saying, what's the perfect fit for the game, and you know, we just go from there.
All right, we love it, Deebo. Appreciate you. Good luck this week, 4-0.
Thank you so much, and it's on the way.
Let's do it. Thanks, Deebo. Bye.